welcome to the deep dive. So you gave us the keys to the universe, and you asked us to flip the gravity switch.
That's right.
Today we're diving into what would happen if Earth's gravity was just suddenly cut in half, a permanent drop to 0.5 G.
A very different world.
Our mission is to unpack the sheer excitement of it all against the profound instability it would cause. We're looking for the surprising truths of a lighter world.
And the most immediate truth is purely personal. Instantly, the moment it happens, you weigh half as much.
Just like that.
Just like that.
Yeah,
I mean, think about your daily commute or just climbing the stairs. It all becomes almost effortless. You can jump nearly twice as high. It turns normal life into, well, a low-level superpower.
Speaking of superpowers, let's talk about sports. Athletics.
Oh, yeah.
Every world record in sports that rely on explosive strength, on speed, track, basketball, football, they're all instantly meaningless.
Gone. And you mentioned cricket.
Yeah.
Those Sixers would go out of the stadium, and I mean, they would literally fly into the next town.
But what's fascinating is this paradox with the human body, right?
Exactly. You get these superhuman athletes for a while, but our biology is optimized for 1G. Long term, that half force means your bones start losing density, your muscles atrophy. Over generations, humans would probably evolve to be much taller, thinner, and fundamentally more fragile, almost like long-term astronauts.
Wait. So we get a few centuries of Olympic glory, but the trade-off is that our descendants become physically dependent on this low-gravity world.
That's the trade-off. It's a terrifying one, isn't it?
Yeah.
But if our future inhabitants are more fragile, at least their buildings will be safer. Much more ambitious.
Exactly. That fragility leads directly to, what, engineering freedom?
Total freedom.
Yeah.
Gravity is only pulling with half the force, so architects can build these radically lighter, taller, more elegant skyscrapers, bridges with spans that are just, impossible today.
But the truly massive shift, it's not on Earth, is it?
No, it's space travel. The amount of fuel rockets need just to fight 1G is astronomical. At 0.5 G, the cost and the complexity of any space mission would just plummet.
So routine space travel, lunar colonies, mining asteroids.
It all becomes economically viable. It would completely reshape global economies overnight.
That idea of cheap space travel is it's an insane consequence to sit with. But let's zoom back down to Earth, to the environment. If gravity is holding everything less tightly, what happens to our oceans?
Well, the oceans would bulge out slightly. But the critical thing is the tides. They'd become much, much less pronounced.
And that matters because
so many coastal and marine ecosystems depend on that strong, predictable rhythm for breeding and feeding. It would be a catastrophe.
And if gravity holds water less tightly, it must hold the air less tightly, too.
It does. The whole atmosphere expands upwards. This could lead to, stronger winds, more extreme and unpredictable storms.
And a total mess of rainfall patterns.
Exactly. Picture devastating monsoons in some places and decades of drought in others. And volcanic eruptions would become far more dramatic. The ash clouds would rise so much higher without that strong downward pull.
Okay, but here's the payoff for all this instability, and this is the bit I find most fascinating. The animal kingdom.
Right. Flying creatures would have a field day.
But it's the insects, right? That's the most surprising fact.
It is. Today, gravity puts a hard limit on their size. It stresses their exoskeletons. At 0.5 G, that limit is lifted. You could be looking at, giant dragonflies, oversized butterflies becoming the norm.
Wow.
And there's another subtle change. Objects would fall almost twice as slowly. That simple shift in timing would rewire how all life, including you, perceives motion and reaction.
So you have this half-gravity world that's this place of incredible physical ability, of engineering freedom.
But it's also subject to these bizarre and potentially destabilizing changes that could just re-engineer life itself.
What stands out to me most, though, is that bigger picture, that cosmic balance.
Absolutely. Because Earth's pull on the moon would decrease, right? So the moon might gradually start to drift farther away over millions of years.
And then it matters a lot.
A huge amount.
Yeah.
That shift could eventually lead to a more unstable tilt in Earth's axis. You get stronger, more violent seasonal variations, and it would even change the length of our day. So the final question is, what would that kind of long-term cosmic instability mean for a future human species that is already fragile and completely adapted to this strange new world? That's the ultimate trade-off.